What's up? I know. I'm back. Yeah, I actually have my makeup done this time before I even started filming, so you should be so proud of me. Anyways, what did I want to talk about today? There's a multitude of things that are on my noggin. Guys, why do we as a society think that we are owed anything? Like the entitlement, I've been realizing, because I feel like I'm becoming more woke. I'm just like, oh my god. What are we still doing here? Anyways, basically, Theo Vaughn is my father. And I've been saying this, and I will say it again and again and again. But I was watching him yesterday, and he was talking about the wall. Oh, not about the wall. He was talking about immigration. Yeah, he was talking about immigration. And I watched the whole fucking video, and I loved it. I just wanted to say I love you. Theo Vaughn, if you ever watch this, I just want you to know I love you, and you're my father. And that's just what it is. Also, if you see the new background, I am in my room. Let me put you guys on. This is the chai Trader Joe's cold brew thing. Really good. Anyways, what else did I want to talk about? You guys don't know. You just watch me. Story times. Oh god. We're gonna start deep diving into the lore. Story time. There's honestly so many to choose from. Also, go follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you guys haven't already. I go live there. I do my own little thing. Let's think. What do I want to talk about? Which one? Okay. Here's a story time about how my ferrets got stolen. So, we're gonna scoot you back a little bit. Just give some nice room in here. So story time. How did my ferrets get stolen? And what did I learn? So, about a little over a year and a half ago, I had this really close friend. We're gonna call this friend Brittany. So we'll call this friend Brittany. Brittany was in my sorority, and Brittany and I became very close over a very short amount of time. And when I was living in LA and going to school in LA, I knew that wasn't the place for me, so I would always come up to Santa Barbara. And I would visit the friends that I had here, and that was just my routine. And once again, I'm very close with Brittany, so I decided I'm gonna start bringing Brittany with me. I want Brittany to see the brighter side of things, just like how I'm doing. Fuck it, Brittany and I, that's my slot, like whatever. And so Brittany and I were consistently going to Santa Barbara, and within, like, I want to say the first 2 times of going together, we decide we're both leaving our school, our sorority, moving to Santa Barbara, creating a new sorority chapter at the schools here. So Brittany and I we're in Santa Barbara with our other friend, with my friend, my like hometown friend, who is able to acquire these animals. And this guy, okay, we're gonna call him Ryan. So we're gonna call this guy Ryan. Ryan is my friend from back home who is able to acquire exotic animals. And Ryan and I have been friends for like over a year at this point. Like we've known each other. That's my homie. So obviously Ryan now trusts Brittany because Brittany and I are friends. So I bring Brittany and we all meet. Basically, we get into this conversation where I'm like, I want ferrets, and Brittany is like, we want ferrets, and Ryan is like, okay, we'll see. And so fast forward, I get a random FaceTime from Ryan, and there's two ferrets. In a little bathtub together, and he's like, these are yours, you're going to get them soon. And I was like, me? Like, oh my god, like, Ryan, you got me ferrets. So Ryan actually does get me the fucking ferrets. Brittany and I tell Brittany right away, I'm like, Brittany, we got these fucking ferrets, we're on go, like, we're actually doing this. So we're trying to like research how to take care of ferrets, whatnot, you know. I'm trying to lock in, like, mind you, I live in a fucking college dorm. Brittany lives in a college dorm. Ferrets are not illegal in the state that I live in. So I'm like, you know what, we got a lot of fucking work to do. Like, let's figure this shit out. Next thing we know, Ryan is like, we're gonna go take a trip to Santa Barbara. I'm like, okay, I guess we are. Take Brittany, Ryan, me, Santa Barbara. We arrive, the ferrets are there at my other friend's house. We're gonna call this friend who lives in Santa Barbara, we're gonna call him Hector. So we all go to Hector's house. The ferrets are now staying at Hector's house with Ryan. Ryan and Hector are like besties. But Brittany and I are like besties. So we're like locked in. And we're just gonna fast forward. Brittany and I had came to an agreement that the ferrets are gonna stay in her room under the bed because Brittany had a triple dorm, but she didn't have one of the roommates, and the other roommate was like apparently never there. So Brittany was like, you know, this is the best place that we can keep them, and I was like, I agree. So we go ahead, we keep the ferrets there. Everything's going well. I visit the ferrets sometimes off and on. Brittany seems to be drifting away from me a little bit, and I'm like, you know what, maybe Brittany's just going through something. Ryan, mind you, before we even departed with the ferrets, was like, don't tell anyone, don't do this, don't get me in trouble, okay? Don't do that. Locked in, said, of course not, I would never. Like, if you know my character, I would never. Brittany says, on my life, I would never do that to you. So Brittany and I, we're starting to drift away a little bit. It feels Brittany's, you know, out and about. And then I talk to Brittany. Brittany's like, yeah, like, you know, I'm just not doing well right now. And I'm like, Brittany, you know, I'm there for you, but take your time, queen. Go ahead. So fast forward a couple weeks, I'm seeing the ferrets off and on. Not really getting that many updates. Then I go to, because we're all in the same sorority. Not Ryan and Hector. Brittany and I are same sorority. I go to my sorority's intramural soccer game, which is basically just like the frats and sororities playing soccer, but just the sororities. This time the frats were just supporting. And one of my sisters comes up to me and she's like, hey, where's your ferret? And I was like, yeah, it's a Brittany. And then I was like, wait. What do you mean, where's your ferret? our ferrets are like in my mind I was like, my ferrets are together, and also it's like, how do you know about my ferrets? This is a secret. You know, what the fuck does she know about my ferrets? And then it just kind of comes out. She's like, yeah, like Brittany said that the ferrets ran loose. Oh, and she's like, yeah, they escaped. Oh. So not only is it public knowledge that we have ferrets, but it's not public knowledge to me. Anyways, I finish my game, and as I'm walking out, I called him immediately. I called Brittany immediately and was like, hey, someone just said that the ferrets are loose. You haven't texted me. What's going on? As I'm walking to my dorm, I'm heading back home. I actually see him in the courtyard below me because I'm up, like, here's the elevator to get back home, the bridge, and I see her from down below answer my fucking call. Hey, the ferrets, like I just got this news. Brittany proceeds to tell me the cops came in and took the ferrets. Wait. What? And then I'm going in the elevator. I hang up. Brittany doesn't know that I even see her down there. So I hang up. I'm like, I'm going to go to you right now. I didn't tell her this, but in my mind, I was like, I see you. I'm going. So I approach Brittany. Brittany's like, what the fuck? Like, how did you find me? Anyways, I'm like, what happened? Brittany's like, yeah, basically the cops came into my dorm room. Someone on my floor snitched that I had ferrets, and they took away my ferrets. I have like all these charges against me now. I have to get my carpet removed, ripped out. I need a lawyer. He's like asking me for financial help about all this stuff because he's like, like those were our ferrets. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, what do you mean? Sorry. So then I'm just like, okay, well, like, what do you mean? Like, the cops came in, took the fucking ferrets, left. They left you, though. And what's happening? Like, how are you not getting evicted? And then Brittany proceeds to tell me, I'm actually going to get kicked out of these dorms. I have to go home. It's like a huge process. Like, I'm in so much trouble. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this has actually happened. And I'm so sad because my ferrets are gone. So then I go in to my dorm. I'm just like, okay, you know what? This is too much for me. I have to process this. I'll get back to you. Tell that to Brittany. I'm with my other friend because she was like walking me back. And I'm just ranting to my other friend. We're going to call her Pong. And I'm ranting to Pong. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is happening? How is this all happening? And I was like, I feel like I'm not getting the full truth. I feel like I'm being lied to, like something doesn't seem right. And my plan was to, after the soccer game, this is before I knew about the ferrets, after the soccer game to go meet up with my big, because we were going to go play basketball and get food, I think. So I continue to do that. And mind you, the girl who told me was my grand big, so that means that my big probably knows. I'm like, okay, so everyone knows except for me. This is public knowledge, but somehow I didn't know, and I just found out like this. So I'm so upset. I go to my big, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, you didn't tell me? No one's told me anything? Like, everyone's just a fucking bystander in this? Like, what are we doing? Guys, why is no one telling me anything? Like, where the fuck are the ferrets? And I'm, like, yelling at her. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why didn't you tell me? And she's like, wait. And then I'm like, I just keep going. And I'm like, no, like, he's this and that. Like, now he needs a fucking lawyer. And she's like, wait, what? She's like, wait. What do you mean? And I was like, yeah, he just fucking told me that the cops came, they took the ferrets. Now we're left with nothing. And he's going to get taken out. He might go to jail. And then the look in her eyes. So it was from like very concerned being like, to being like, she basically explains to me, we're going to call my Big just Big. Big explains to me, and if you don't know, Big in the sorority is someone who like looks after you, like they're your mentor basically, like a big sister. So Big tells me, yeah, no, like none of that happened. And I was like, what? And so what she had known to have happened was that Brittany actually took the ferrets to one of our other friends' house and was having them run around their apartment. And somehow one of them got loose. So Brittany then set the other one free. Brittany, what the fuck? And in my mind, I like knew. I was like, bro, what the fuck? Like, how could someone do these? Like, do this? Like, these are actual animals. Like, those were my animals. Like, you can't just, whatever. I'm like literally blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then I get like more witness testimonies because I'm asking everyone. And the thing is Brittany thinks that she she's all figured out basically. She's thinking to herself and she's like, you know what? Like I actually did. Like I deceived these people. No one's ever gonna catch me. They're never gonna figure it out. No one's ever gonna talk about it because no one wanted to tell me. Because if you know me, you know that I stand on business. So no one wanted to tell me, and that's exactly what I did. Tell me why. Literally tell me why. One of the other people in the sorority tells me that they've been gone. They've been gone. Not just for that day. Like, they've been gone for like a week and a half. A week and a half? Bitch, you got me fucked up. What do you mean? And I confronted, after I got a lot of information. I had so many different stories. People saying that one of them escaped. That Brittany was like, like they got sold. Someone bought them. So I confront Brittany after all this time has passed. And I'm basically telling her, I'm like, girl, what the fuck actually happened? Am I ever gonna get the real truth out of you? Brittany was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what really happened. I'm like, where's all their stuff? All their stuff is gone. Where did it go? The police took it. So not only do you think I'm stupid enough to believe that, but you're actually like that clueless to think that I wouldn't talk to other people. And now everyone knows. Everyone knows that you're a liar, that you're a con artist, that you fucking steal things because you literally took the ferrets that I got us. Like, do you remember who acquired those? Do you remember who, you know, it's just, so what ends up happening is I actually did tell my dad because if you can imagine, I was hysterical. I was like, oh my God, my fucking animals are gone. And I was lied to about it. It was being so deceitful. Literally a con artist. And from my understanding, what actually happened was, once again, these are exotic animals and they don't come for free, girl. So, from my understanding, and what I'm assuming, because we're never actually going to know what happened, is that he ended up selling the ferrets and made it look like they were stolen or escaped. So, if you're ever wondering about, possibly getting pets with a friend, just trusting people who lied to other, because the thing is I knew he lied. I knew he lied to a lot of other people. I could just tell. And that's because I used to be a big liar. I used to be a big fat liar, actually. So I know. And if you've, it takes one to know one, if you catch my drift. I'm not like that anymore, but I could still recognize it, and I knew he would lie to other people, and I was still friends with him, with her. Fuck it, whatever. I was still friends with her afterwards. Not after this, but I was friends after the fact that I knew that this person was lying to other people about stupid shit, so why would they not lie to me? There's just a lot that goes into it. But basically what I'm trying to say is, do not befriend liars, do not befriend deeply insecure people, and maybe get an air tag. And that is why I don't have ferrets anymore, and that's the story about how my ferrets got stolen and sold. I saw a Theo Von clip of him being like, I'm an expert of all things rodentia, and I was like, oh my god. Me too. I love ferrets so much. I love animals. I really want to go to a petting zoo. I really want to go to a miniature horse farm. Ooh, if I could take a couple, maybe microdose, and then go to a miniature horse farm and have no one else around me, I think that would actually be a pinnacle, high point of my life. That would probably be the best thing I can do right now. You know what? Fuck therapy. The thing is you don't need therapy. All you need is a miniature horse. Not regular horse, because those are dangerous. A miniature horse farm. And a little bit of a good chocolate bar. Oh, I've got some stories to tell. Anyways, that's my story, and what I learned out of that were the 3 things previously mentioned. Have a blessed day.